So good morning children. Let's continue discussing chapter 6, that is lines and angles. So lines and angles. Suppose let us consider two lines in this manner, that is line L and M suppose. So another line N which is a transversal on this line, that is L and M. So these concepts you have already gained in the lower class. So let's recapitulate those things. So suppose it forms 8 angles, that is angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. As you can see, whole total 8 angles are there. Now suppose these angles, these angle 1, 2, 8, 7, these angles are known as exterior angles. This angle 1, angle 2, angle 8 and angle 7 are exterior angles. So these are known as exterior angles. These are the exterior angles, as these are found outside, as you can see 1, 2, 8 and 7, and these 4, 3, 5, 6 are interior angles, that is 4, 3, 5 and 6 are interior angles. Now if the lines are parallel, suppose if the lines are parallel, then it will be in this manner. So these are two parallel lines and this is the transversal. So that is the lines L and M are parallel and this N is the transversal. This is angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, 7 and angle 8. Now these angles are known as corresponding angles, that is angle 2 and angle 5, and similarly angle 3, angle 7 on this side. These are known as corresponding angles. So these corresponding angles are equal, that is angle 2 equals angle 5, again angle 3 equals angle 7, again on the other side it is angle 1 equals angle 6, so angle 1 equals angle 6, again angle 4 equals angle 8, angle 4 equals angle 8. So these are all corresponding angles. These are all corresponding angles. Then in similar manner, if we see what are the alternate interior angles, so these are the alternate interior angles, that is angle 4 and angle 5, again angle 3 and angle 6. So these alternate interior angles are equal, that is angle 4 equals angle 5 and angle 3 equals angle 6. See, these are alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles. See, these alternate interior angles are same. Now as the lines are parallel, as we already know by Euclid's fifth postulate, if the lines will be parallel when the sum of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal is equals 180 degrees. Since if the sum of the angles on the same side of the transversal is less than 180 degree, then the lines will intersect on the same side. But since here the lines are parallel, therefore the sum of the internal angles on the same side of the transversal equals 180 degrees. So therefore we can write that angle 4 plus angle 6 is equals to 180, and similarly angle 3 plus angle 5 equals 180. So these are the sum of the internal angles on the same side of the transversal. So these are some of the properties that we have learned in the earlier classes. So now let's see. So this is axiom 6.3. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. As we have already told that the corresponding angles are equal. So this is the axiom. Now the converse of this axiom is like this, that if a transversal intersect two lines such that the pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel. So therefore in the first axiom it is given that if the lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are equal, and in the second one it is given that if the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. Then the theorem 6.2, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles is equal, as we have already discussed with the diagram that the alternate interior angles are equal. Similarly, the converse of that, it is given in theorem 6.3 that if a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angle is equal, then the two lines are parallel. That means if the lines are parallel, then the alternate interior angles are equal. And here it is given that if the alternate interior angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. Now theorem 6.4, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. That means, as we have already discussed, that sum of the angles on the same side of this transversal, if we add these two, we will get 180 degree. Sum of the angles on the same side of the transversal will get 180 degree. So that is given in the theorem 6.4. Supplementary means, as we know, it is 180 degree. The next is lines parallel to the same line. So lines parallel to the same line. So there is a theorem that is the lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. The lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. We already know that when two lines are parallel, then if another one line is parallel to the same line, then the lines will be parallel to each other. Then the corresponding lines will be parallel to each other. So we already know if two lines are parallel to the same line, then they will be parallel to each other. So let's understand this. Suppose this is the diagram. So here it is given that M is parallel to L. Suppose this is line L, this is M, this is N, and this is say line T. This transversal is T. So now it is given that M is parallel to L and N is also parallel to L. That means two lines are parallel to the same line. M is parallel to L and N is also parallel to L. So if M is parallel to L, so obviously the corresponding angles will be equal. So because we have already learned in the exam, if the lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are equal. So therefore this angle 1 and angle 2 will be equal. So these are the corresponding angles. Similarly, if L and N are parallel, so if line L and line N are parallel, then obviously their corresponding angles will be equal. That is angle 1 is equals to angle 3. So therefore we have written that angle 1 is equals to angle 2 from this L and M, and again angle 1 is equals to angle 3 from M and N. From these two equations we can write that angle 2 is equals to angle 3. Since 1 equals 2, again 1 is equals to 3. As we can see, the left hand side is equal, so therefore the right hand side is also equal. So therefore 2 equals 3. So if 2 equals 3, now we can see the corresponding angles are equal. So we know the converse of the axiom that we have already learned the converse of the axiom that if a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. So the converse of the theorem, if the corresponding angles are equal, that means the lines will be parallel to each other. So therefore the line M is parallel to line N. So that's all for today. Then the next we will start the exercise, that is exercise 6.2. Thank you.